Hi, I'm Edward. This is Blue Collar Traveling, and I'm in Atlanta. I'm going to go over some of your options of what to do, what to eat, and where to stay. So first things first, I'll go to Google Flights. I'll type in the city I'm flying out of, which is LA. I'll type in the city I'm flying to, which is Atlanta. A list of prices pops up on a calendar. I'll then pick the price that works best for my budget. First up is the Georgia Aquarium, which is located in downtown Atlanta. This is the largest aquarium in America. And let me start off by saying, if you're in Atlanta, this is a must. It's the best aquarium I've ever been to. There's something for everyone. Nobody will be disappointed. My personal favorite was snorkeling with my brother a few years ago. It's an experience you won't forget, but if you do forget, you can buy a video of your experience. And let me tell you, these whalefish are massive. They grow up to 40 feet. They get really close to you. At one point, I thought its fin was going to hit my nuts. It didn't. I was pretty scared, but it all worked out. If you have the money, I would definitely recommend it. At the time of this video, to snorkel is $265. To go scuba diving is $375. If you don't have the money, that's okay. They have a variety of attractions, including the Sea Lion Show, Predators of the Deep, which includes tiger sharks and hammerheads. Again, if you're in Atlanta, this is a must. I highly recommend you stop by the Georgia Aquarium. Up next is the World of Coca-Cola. When you walk in, they show you a promotional video and you'll tour the building, but they also have guided tours. And when you walk through the vault, what's interesting is you'll see what looks like a bunch of prescription bottles that you would see in the pharmacy back in the day. The reason that is because the creator, John Pemberton, was a pharmacist. Rumor has it that only 2 people in the world know the recipe. They aren't allowed to travel together, and their identities must not be revealed. And here is the vault, and it said the original recipe is inside it. The museum has a lot of great interactive exhibits. It's a great experience with behind-the-scenes history of one of the most iconic drinks in history. So if you're a Coke drinker, this is definitely something to check out while in Atlanta. One of my favorite exhibits is the Just Taste It exhibit, which allows you to taste Coke products from all over the world. I'm not going to lie, some of these products were kind of funky. My personal favorite is the original Coke as my favorite version. This museum is definitely worth a visit and very affordable. Next up is Centennial Olympic Park, which welcomed the world for the 1996 Olympic Games. It's got an interactive water fountain, which is pretty cool. Construction began in 1993 with a budget of $75 million and was finished in July of '96. It's a pretty good park for any sports fan or any aspiring Olympians or anyone who had Olympic dreams in the past to come visit. It's pretty small and I would recommend it. Come check it out and see Olympic history. Up next is the College Football Hall of Fame, and when you walk in, the first thing you'll see is the helmet wall, which includes every helmet in America with a 4-year football program. Then you register on the computer to get a customized fan experience. What I liked best was the interactive exhibits. You can hear from your favorite college players, their stories, and in their own words. You can check out national championships, including the Orange Bowl and the Heisman Trophy. Also, thanks to AI, you can see yourself as a fan at the games. You can try your hand at commentating. I'm not going to lie, that was my favorite part about the College Football Hall of Fame. Then you can go on the field, throw the football, kick a field goal. If you're a college football fan, this is a must. It's one of the best Hall of Fames I've ever been to. Up next is the Georgia State Capitol, which was completed in 1889. They have a museum with plants and animals that can be found throughout the state, plus some Georgia political history. They have guided tours Tuesday through Thursday, 10:30 and 11 a.m. Reservations are needed. And they have self-guided tours Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Overall, it's a great capitol with a lot of history, and I would recommend it. And I was allowed on the house floor for a picture, so thank you for that. Next is the Carter Presidential Center, which takes you through the life of the 39th President, Jimmy Carter. Carter grew up in Plains, Georgia during segregation, which shaped the course of his life, making human rights the central focus of his career. It takes you through his time in the military and through his political career as a state senator, then governor, and eventually president. What I liked best about the Carter Presidential Center was the Oval Office replica. It's the same exact size as the Oval Office, and it's decorated in the exact same way when Carter was president. I will be honest, the Carter Presidential Center is the smallest and least impressive of all presidential libraries I've been to, but Jimmy Carter is U.S. history, and for that reason, I would recommend it. Next up is Zoo Atlanta. They have a wide variety of animals and plenty to see. Unfortunately, they lost their pandas in 2024. Hopefully, they'll get them back soon. But they do have the largest gorilla population in North America. Unfortunately, when I was there was some construction, so some of the animals were missing in action, but I thought the zoo was pretty clean. It's good for all ages. It's a little on the small side, but easy to get around. And it is a little more expensive than other zoos I've been to. I would recommend you go during the week because weekends will be very overcrowded. There are kid-friendly attractions. They have all the animals you would want to see, and I would recommend Zoo Atlanta. Next up is the Martin Luther King National Historic Park, which includes the King Center, the home he was born in, Ebenezer Baptist Church, and his final resting place, all in about a 2-block radius. This gives you insight into Dr. King's life, his message, and his impact on civil rights, and it's all for free. You can explore his roots, walk in his footsteps, and see where he played as a child. You can hear the voice that changed the world. Unfortunately, when I was there, Ebenezer Baptist Church was closed and his childhood home was under construction. But I've been there before, and this is definitely something you should check out when visiting. Next up is the BAPS Shri Swaminarayan Mandir, and this is about 20 minutes outside of Atlanta, and there is a strict dress code enforced. No shoes, all shoulders and knees must be covered, and no pictures and videos allowed once you're inside. I got these pictures online, and I have to say, this is some of the best architecture I've seen in a long time, and I would definitely recommend you check this out. And here is the High Museum of Art, which is the largest museum of arts in the Southeast, which has 7 floors, which features national and international exhibits. Here is some fine American silver. The museum has art from the 19th and 20th century, but also has modern art. Here is a sculpture of Abraham Lincoln from 1866, and here's a Gilded Age cabinet. But for some reason, it seems every art museum I go to, they always have a chair section. I don't understand it. It doesn't seem very artistic to me. They just seem like chairs. With that being said, this is one of the better art museums I've been to, and I would recommend it. Next is the Atlanta Botanical Garden, which is a combination of indoor and outdoor gardens. And here you have the Earth Goddess, which debuted in 2013. Unfortunately, I came to the gardens in February, and I would recommend that you not come November through February because the garden has not fully bloomed. They also have an Alice in Wonderland exhibit, which looked good. Again, it was a bad time of year to visit, but I could see how this is a really good garden to visit. Next is Stone Mountain. Construction began in 1915 and was completed in 1972. It's meant to honor the Confederacy, which depicts Jefferson Davis, Robert E. Lee, and Stonewall Jackson. Unfortunately, when I was there, the skyride was down, so I couldn't experience the park. But check it out, this is American history. Up next is the Furbank Museum, which shows the natural history of Georgia. There are 3 levels to this museum with 2 theaters. My favorite part was the 3D movie about the Tyrannosaurus Rex. It lasted about 45 minutes. I also really enjoyed the dinosaur exhibit, and there's also some outdoor hiking trails. They also have Furbank After Dark, which is a combination of live music from local artists and is tailored toward adults. So if you're in Atlanta, I would definitely recommend the Furbank Museum. Next is the Ponce City Market, which includes Skyline Park. They've got a bar on a roof, a restaurant, fair-style games, concessions, and mini golf. The games are at an additional price. This could be a great date night, or maybe it's something you do for your birthday. It's a great family environment and has a great view of the Atlanta skyline. The market is not a traditional farmer's market. It's got a little bit of everything, food, drinks, and shops. It's a great family environment. I wasn't very hungry when I went, but if I was, I would have had a hard time picking something to eat. It smelled amazing. It did seem to be a bit pricey. Parking's very affordable, but hard to come by, and there aren't very many signs pointing toward the food hall, so you have to figure that out. But overall, I would recommend the Ponce City Market. Next up is the Michael C. Carlos Museum, which is located in Emory University in Atlanta. This is a collection of ancient artifacts, including mummies and tools from ancient Egypt, Greece, and Rome. This is a hidden gem for art and history enthusiasts. If you're interested in Egyptian history, this is a must. Also, they have audio tours that are available. And just to give you a heads up, parking is a little expensive, but if you're in Atlanta, I would recommend this museum. First up is Heirloom Market Barbecue. It's a combination of American and Korean style barbecue. They're mainly a takeout spot, but they do have a few seats outside. The brisket was delicious, the pulled pork tasted great, the mac and cheese was good, and the chili brisket was amazing. Definitely check this place out. Next is Fat Matt's Rib Shack. I got the rib and chicken combo. I love the char flavor. The sauce was a little spicy, sweet, and tangy. The meat was tender and delicious. It was falling off the bone, and Fat Matt's is definitely worth a visit. Next up is Zunzi's. It's a South African restaurant. I got the Godfather. It's a combination of sausage and chicken topped with Parmesan cheese. The customer service was great, and at Zunzi's, they have a saying. Up next is the Atlanta Breakfast Club. I got the peach cobbler French toast. It's French toast covered in peach compote. It's one of the best French toasts I've ever had, and it may be the best place to start your day because it's literally right across the street from the Atlanta Aquarium. Up next is Foxborough's Barbecue. They're known for their brisket, wings, and ribs. I got the appetizer chicken fried ribs. It was really good. The meat was cooked good, very tender. I also got the ribs and the brisket, which is a little fatter than I normally like and a little heavy on pepper, but it was really good. The mac and cheese was delicious, so were the barbecue baked beans. This is a good restaurant and I would recommend it. Next up is the Folk Art Restaurant. I got the grit fritters with peach jam, and that peach jam was amazing. I also got the Folk Southern Fried. The sausage gravy is delicious. The chicken is cooked perfectly. The biscuits are incredible. Every time I come to Atlanta, I have to stop by here. I would highly recommend this restaurant. And if you're interested, it's only a few blocks away from the Carter Presidential Center. Next is Gus's Fried Chicken, and the staff is very friendly. I obviously got the fried chicken, and I have to say, this is some of the best fried chicken I've ever had. My only complaint is the mac and cheese and baked beans were pretty average in my opinion, but overall this is definitely worth stopping by. The chicken is that good. First up is the Hampton Inn in Atlanta, North Lake. They had a friendly staff, the parking was good, they had a fitness center, a pool. Unfortunately it was out of season so I couldn't go in it, but they also are pet friendly. They had a good breakfast, waffles, eggs, sausage, toast, the usual stuff. The room was clean and comfortable. All the amenities worked. This is a hotel that is about 25 minutes from the major attractions. I will be honest with you, I thought I had booked a room for this night. Turns out I didn't. I booked this room in about 15 minutes, and usually I would have probably paid a lot more than this. I paid $114 for the night. It was a Sunday night. I'm pretty sure they just wanted to fill the room, but it was my best deal in Atlanta, and I would recommend this hotel. Next up is the Fairfield Inn and Suites in Atlanta Airport North. I had no issues with parking. They had a fitness center, a pool. They had a pretty good breakfast, biscuits and gravy, eggs, sausage, bagels, juice. All the amenities work good, but just to give you a heads up, there is a train that goes by. I only heard it once. It was about 10:30 at night. I was already awake, so it didn't really impact me, but it's there. As far as location, you're about 30 minutes from the downtown area. I would recommend you catch a shuttle to the airport from the hotel and hop on the MARTA. That'll save you some money by not renting a car. Aside from that, it's a pretty good hotel and I would recommend it. Next is the Microtel Inn and Suites in Buckhead. They've got plenty of parking, friendly staff. They serve breakfast, pretty basic, pancakes, muffins, juice, and coffee. As far as the room itself, it's small, but all the amenities work. There is a slight smell of cleaning products, but that goes away pretty fast. My only complaint is that when people walk by, you can hear everything they say. It's more of an annoyance than anything, but the hotel had good location. It's about 15 minutes from the zoo, 10 minutes from the Botanical Gardens, and overall, it's a pretty good hotel. Okay, so now I'm back from my trip from Atlanta, and before I get into my final thoughts on the city of Atlanta, I want to go over a few things. First is the attractions that I didn't see, and the first one is going to be the Center for Civil and Human Rights. When I was there, they were under construction, so I couldn't see them. Also, the Delta Flight Museum, same thing, they're under construction. All that was there was the plane in the front, which is basically a souvenir shop. Also, the Atlanta Braves, they were preseason, so I couldn't see them. And the Atlanta Falcons, same thing, they're out of season, so I couldn't see them. Okay, so now I want to talk a little bit about the restaurants that I wanted to go to but didn't have time for. And the first restaurant is the General Muir, and they're known for their pastrami and eggs and their pastrami poutine. The next restaurant is Homegrown. They're known for their chicken biscuit and their crispy chicken sandwich. Okay, so now I want to talk a little bit about hotels and what areas are safe to be in. The areas that are safe are going to be Buckhead, Decatur, Midtown, and Virginia Highland. The areas you want to avoid are going to be southeast, southwest, Vine City, Oakland City, Grove Park, and West End. Those are high crime areas. Do your best to avoid that, especially when traveling at night. Now, transportation. There are a few attractions you can't get to by train, and those are the zoo, Stone Mountain, Fernbank Museum, the Hindu Temple, and the Michael C. Carlos Museum. So you got to find another way to get to those attractions. Also, allergies. If you're going to Atlanta in spring or fall, they got a lot of pollen out there. So make sure you bring some allergy medicine because you don't want your trip ruined because of allergies. Now for my final thoughts on the city of Atlanta. I love Atlanta. It's one of my favorite big cities. The people are so nice. The attractions are great. The food is amazing. Southern hospitality is a real thing until they get into a car. I don't know what happens, but it seems as soon as everybody gets on the 285, they're all NASCAR drivers. I've never seen so many accidents in a 4-day period. I mean accidents, not fender benders, accidents. Broken glass over here, bumper over here, ambulance on the way. I've never seen so many cars stalled out on the side of the freeway. I mean, I don't know what's going on, but it would seem that cars are the kryptonite for the people of Atlanta. I don't get it, but you people can't drive, man. But again, I love the city of Atlanta. I would recommend you go for about 4 to 5 days. You can really get a good idea of how the city works, and you can bring in the culture that Atlanta has. And I would recommend you go for sure. So if you like this video, like and subscribe, leave a comment. That'll help spread the visibility of my show. Thanks for watching.